Hi guys, as you come in, just make sure you say hi in the chat, and I'll give everybody a few moments to get in, and then we'll get started. We will we go ahead and do the opening. Welcome to Mandy's Budgeting Journey. We're a low-income family of four, trying to start living paycheck to paycheck. Hey Matthew, can you hear me okay? Hi, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, I just want to make sure because I didn't want no mishaps. Well, hi, Nurse Daisy. Hi, everyone. Hi, Get Into Life and Budgets, Lifestyles. Hi, Glenda. How are you guys doing? Are you having a good week? So we're going to be doing some questions that I've been asked to answer, a little bit about me and a little about budgeting. And some of these questions, you guys that are budgeters with channels can also, or anyone that's in the chat, can also tune in. And if you have a question you want to ask while we're going over this, feel free to put in the chat. And I'll try my best to remember to answer it. And hopefully this one goes by better than the last one, because the last one I forgot to push public when I went live and nobody was showing up. So I'm glad you people are showing up for this one. So we'll just go ahead and get started, and as people can come in, they can say hi. So the first question is several questions from one person, and so I'm going to go through it first, and we'll get into other ones. Wants to know how many children I have. I have two. Both are girls, and wants to know the age. Baby girl is the oldest, and she is 20. Hi, Tina. And Olive, she is 18. She's the one that's in high school and does all the band stuff. And she also asked about one of them being special needs, and do we have a lot of out-of-pocket expenses to pay for the needs? Baby girl, she is autistic. She has what they call Asperger's. She's on the spectrum. She can speak, but she can't say full sentences, and she can't sometimes express herself. So when you hear her in my videos humming and stuff, she's usually playing games. Hey, Maud. And she gets frustrated at those games, so she'll go, So that's what she usually is doing. For as out-of-pocket costs, we're lucky to have insurance for her now because she does receive benefits. So because she receives benefits and our income doesn't affect her benefits, because where she's over 18, that handles the majority of her care. The insurance does. It's it's Medicaid's what it is. And then her check that she receives, we always make sure that goes to whatever she needs. The only issue that we have with her is where we're wanting to get her in a program to give her something to do during the day. But here in our state, if you're over 18, you must be 21 or older to get in those type of programs. So we try to make sure that we get her out when she will get out of the house. There are some days she will not get out of the house. She will throw an absolutely fit. Tomorrow we have a doctor's appointment with her, so fingers crossed she doesn't bulk up on us. Sherry knows that she has one, but we just have to remind her. And she doesn't like routine change at all. It throws her into a loop when that happens. So we always have to make sure we explain to her what's happening the day before so we don't throw her into a loop. Because she goes through one of those breakdowns, it can be hours before we get her settled down. So I hope that explained that question. And thank you to that viewer who asked that. Okay, so here's some more questions. We'll just do it this way. Now, please forgive, you won't be able to read it because this is up higher. I learned with this one, if you've seen the budget with me, that needs to be down on the ground for you to read it. So, but we're just going to answer the questions and I can read it off too. Before we move on, does anybody have questions about what I just said about my girls? Well, welcome, Monty. I'm glad you're here. I will be sure to check out your channel also. And if anybody is watching the replay and has any questions, you can leave in the comments and I can answer in the next one. So next question is, hi Jessica, how are you? You guys, I'm so nervous. You can see my face right now. It's blood red. I am a redhead, so my expression shows. Oh, I understand setting up the workspace and finding the right lighting and everything. It can be a hassle on finding the right room. Sure is. My advice says don't get any of those cheap lights from like Five Below because they may do you a month or so, but then you're having to replace them. So that's my advice for you on those. Mine, the cord that connects to the USB kept coming loose. So I learned to stay away from those. So the next question, and anyone can give their opinion about this one too, is what piece of advice would you give to someone just starting out the budget journey? Are you welcome, Monties? Biggest the biggest piece of advice I can give anyone who's starting out is give yourself grace. Because starting out, you're not going to know all the trends that you're going to have throughout your budget. Yes, you can go back and look at 3 months of your expenses, but that's not going to give you a fully all the whole year. And things pops up. Hi Kay, how are you? During the year, make challenges your way to fit your budget. Hi, Danielle. I guess how you pronounce it. Please forgive me if I mispronounce your names. Has ASD. So make sure you give yourself grace because just because you sit down and make a plan for that budget doesn't mean something's not going to pop up. It used to throw me in such a big whirlwind because I sit down and I go through everything, make sure the numbers fit, and then something pops up on it. It used to throw me for a whirlwind. I said, no, can't do that. Just make adjustments. make adjustments to cover whatever it is, whether you have to pull from savings or pull from sinking funds. Oh, thank you, Maud. I'm glad you like them. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Well, I try to be as honest as possible, and there's some things that I might not be able to say right out. Oh, email. Ignore that. I do have to pay attention because my Olive is at a ball game, and when it gets to the fourth quarter, I'm supposed to text my husband so he knows to get to that game. So if you see me pause for just a second, that's the reason why. But grace is the biggest thing I would say to someone starting out. And another thing is only start with, if you're going to do savings challenges, only start with one or two. And I know all of us has, including myself, has several different savings challenges. Don't feel like you have to go out and download all the savings challenges and do it at once. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was trying to do everybody's savings challenges. And I wasn't finishing anytime soon. Yep, start small and work towards the bigger goals. And I realized that I needed to take a step back and say, this is how much I'm going to have per week or per every 2 weeks. I do bulk record my videos. So I get paid every 2 weeks. And then what I do is whatever I can put towards savings, challenges, sinking funds, and members only videos, I take that and split it in two. So there might be a few weeks where there's only a few dollars, not my normal amount, but that's okay. The important thing is that we're saving. Yes, start with one savings. Don't. I have the budgeting. Hi, April from the Budgeting Sisters. I had to read your comment to see which one I was talking to. I'm glad you're able to join us too. But what we're saying is start small, give yourself grace when you're first starting budgeting, because we don't want nobody to feel overwhelmed. And it's so easy to get overwhelmed when you're first starting because you say, I got this, I want to do this, and then something pops up and it throws you for a whirlwind. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied already. It's been a long day. I've been working all day. My neck is starting to get scratchy. I'm hoping I'm not getting a sore throat. But where the weather's changing here, we're the worst state for the pollen. So every year it gets me. Every fall and every spring it gets me. So just a second. Okay, so the next question, which kind of falls in what we were just talking about. What are some of your favorite savings challenges that you would recommend for beginners? Oh, thank you, Jessica. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder, but I'm glad everybody's enjoying the videos. For as what I recommend for beginners is, depending on your income, is you may not have any money at first to put into savings until you're done with that pay period, whether it's monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, twice a month. And sometimes you may only have $5 to $10 left at the end of the pay period that you're able to throw into savings. So I would recommend either the $1 challenges, and don't get the ones with the full page. Get the A6 size because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. If you only got $1 and you got the big letter size challenge full of $1, it's going to seem like you're never getting there. Start with like the A6 ones, or get ones that has increments of $6 or less, and get the small ones. Now you can work up to the full sheets, but start small. The A6 is the best ones, and if you need anything that to start you out with, I do have a Google Drive. It should be linked down below. If it's not, at the end of this live, I'll go back and add it. I do have a couple freebies in there, the A6s. And stay with any of them, away from any of them that has a time period, like 30 days, monthly. A lot of the Savings Challenge books that you get on Amazon, I know Jamie from Jamie Realistic Life has one, and it says 30 days, 50 days. You can do those, but do like she does and take out the days part, because you don't want to feel like you're running behind and getting overwhelmed and get frustrated. You don't want to get to the point where you say, I'm done, I'm quitting, I can't never get there. We don't want you to get that. Thank you, Jessica. I'm glad you like the Every Dime Counts challenge. That is linked also down in the Google Drive if you'd like to see it. And if you're new here, let me get it out so you can see what it is. It is one that a lot of us have started at the beginning of the year. And the smallest you will save is 10 cents. The largest is $1. It is actually a 100 envelope challenge. When you complete all of this, you would save $55. I didn't put the money sign there because Casey went internationally. You're halfway done? Well, you're beating me, darling. Well, you go right ahead and steal that idea. And it does come with an envelope. I don't think I got one printed here, that you can put your dollar bills in. And you can start with only 12 spots left. That is awesome. It really does fill up. Well, maybe once you get that one filled up, email me, Bargain Budgets. It's linked down below. Mandy's Budgeting Journey at Gmail. I will send you, once you get this one done, my 100 envelope challenge. Since you got the $55, maybe you can try this one. The highest you'll save is $6, and lowest is $1. That might be the go for you. Go to do it every month. Are you welcome? Just make sure you email me. And if you don't have an email with your YouTube name on it, just put in a note that your YouTube channel name. That way I know. That is a good idea, April. I've had several people reach out to me wishing that more budgeters out there would do the $1 challenges. I talked to Amanda from Amanda's Budget. So go check her out if you haven't. She started it. Me and her was talking about it one day. I said they're wanting people to do it because a lot of them, especially on my channel, that's where they're at right now. They're only able to save $10, $15 every 2 weeks, every pay period. Now, I will give you a spoiler alert. It's already been tagged. It's not put up yet. Members is not available yet for you to view, but it will here soon. The last one of February, which is, I think, the 26th. Yeah, no, the 27th. We're doing double the amount. We're doing $20. So, and there ain't no money hogs that time. I am working on a money hogs challenge that I will be giving away soon and during one of those videos. If you're new here, what that is, I have 6 challenges. Each one has increments of a dollar in it, or I make it $1. I roll the dice, and there's been some envelopes that likes to hog all the money. So I'm working in a special challenge for all of us to do together, and we're going to call it Money Hogs. It'll be 8-6. That way, no matter what size envelope everyone's using, you'll be able to use it. Let me put this out of sight for now. That way I won't blind you, because that glare off these ring lights sometimes gets pretty bad. Well, I'm glad, Jessica. $10 can go a long way. If you, I'll just say this: one of my family members, she's on disability, so she only gets a check once a month. Me and her, after I started my journey, she wanted to start her journey, and I told her, I said, for the first month, I want you to track your expenses. And what would happen before she started this process is when she got to the 15th of the month, she didn't normally have enough to do her to the next payday. And we sit down the first couple months, she was only able to save $10 a month. Now she's worked her budget down now to where she can save $200 to $300 of her paycheck. Now she don't have rent, and her mother splits the bills for the utility. So that's how she's able to do that. But she has gained a minimum on it. It is in my Etsy shop, April. If you want to also send me an email, I'll send it to you. It is hard to figure out when you're on monthly, Jessica, and especially when you're single. Before I met my current husband, I was single for 2 years before I got remarried. He's not the biological father, but he acts just like him. They act just like each other. Well, I'm glad you was able to pay off your mortgage. You can, Jessica, either email me, or if you have Instagram, you can message me over there. I do have an Instagram, but I really don't post much over there. It's mostly for just chatting, to be honest. I'm trying to get more into Instagram, posting like my reels and stuff, but honestly, it's just used to chat with people. My memberships, I've got 4 right now. They're picking up. If anybody's curious what we're talking about after the live or during the live, depending on what device you're using. If you're using a phone, it takes up your whole screen. You can hit the join button. It doesn't automatically enroll you. It gives you the options. We're doing a lot of stuff over there. There's 2 types of videos that we're doing over there, at least every 2 weeks. Well, my John, thank you if you are considering it. We'd love to have you, but please don't. If it's not in the budget, don't worry about it. Because I don't want to put nobody out. Okay. On my watch hours, let me look. I wrote it down this morning, and this is my YouTube calendar. So just a second. Today is what, the 15th? I'm at 3,700 on my regular watch hour. So we're close, but we're just waiting for the earn to catch up too, because the earn watch hours is what they go by before you fully monetize. It takes about a week or so before it finally catches up with the actual watch hours. But I'm close. Just a second, let me grab another drink. Okay. Oh, I'm used to my earn. To give you a sample, my earn is 3,300, but my actual is 3,700. So there's a gap there, but it will eventually catch up. It just takes time. YouTube's mean that way sometimes, I think. Well, I appreciate it, April. Now, make sure I didn't skip nobody's other questions. Deborah, I'm glad that the $1 challenges help you for keeping getting overwhelmed. Overwhelmed is so easy when you're first starting because I know I'm a content creator, but you see all of us, and there's so many different one of us, and different um, income levels, and you see all this pretty stuff that they have, and it makes you want to, but you have to remember, starting out, you have to reel it in a little bit. Well, I appreciate that, Jessica. So another, I was about to skip one here. Another one is, oh, before I go into next one, any of these ones on here, Bargain Budgets, the Budgeting Sisters, Monty, what was her name? I'm sorry. Monty Budgets. Any of these that you see that has a channel, please go over and subscribe to them. I know some of them are not quite to that 1,000 mark yet, but go over and check them out and say that you're coming from the live. That way they know, we're all in it together. I was sitting down and watching, looking at how many people I subscribed to. I was like, whoa, I didn't realize it. Well, you can be an honorary budget girl, but when if you do decide to post your first video, be sure to let me know, and I will do a post in my community tab, and we'll see if we can get you to that first 100. The first 100 to me seemed like it took forever, and I'm sure these other girls here that's budgeters can tell you that first 100, it seems like it takes forever to get. And then once you get up to 800, it seemed like it was a week, and I was already at 1,000. So just when you first, don't get discouraged if those numbers don't go up real high at first, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so the next question is, we've been here 30 minutes. I ain't halfway through these questions yet. Well, I thank you, Jessica. Mentioning my Etsy shop, if I can speak. I do have a little bit of a speech impairment, so sometimes my words don't come out like they're supposed to, and I try to edit it out, but sometimes I just leave it in there because it's funny. I did have to remove the print options and my mystery challenges I have on there, because I try to offer something for those who don't offer, that doesn't have a printer that they can get a reasonable price. I did have to temporarily remove those because I'm having connection errors between my computer and my printer, and it's not working out too good. My husband said he's probably going to have to go through and do a reset on my computer, which means I have to get everything off of it, put it on my portable hard drive that I need first where he does that, to make sure that when it brings it back up, I have access to everything I have on here. And those of you who use a computer and you're using 10, just a heads up, in 2025, not sure what month, I have to ask my husband, he's a big tech person. They're no longer going to be, Microsoft is no longer going to be supporting. So I'm going to have to upgrade my system. And depending on what we choose to do, it can be from $20 up to, I think he said $400, depending on what we decide to do. My hard drive and stuff is pretty old in my computer. For a lifespan of a computer, they're about 4 years older. Usually around the 6 years mark, that's when they start messing up. And so me and him, we're going to have to discuss what's the best option for me to do. Whether go ahead and upgrade now or wait until closer to the time to upgrade, because at some point it's just going to have to be done anyways. But sorry, I got off track on that. So you'll be seeing that in the budget coming up soon. Do I have any hobbies? Yes, I actually have a couple. The recent part of it is, one is I like to decorate with stickers. This is not one of my favorite ones, but my other planners put up and I couldn't show you. And I do what we call, well, hi, Samantha. Okay, so everybody go over check Samantha. She's needs help getting up to 100. That's Samantha Budgets. The other hobby is, I don't know if you probably may have seen them on YouTube. It's Bible journaling, but I don't actually do mine in the Bible. I actually do mine because I put a lot of notes in my Bible. But I do mine in, sorry, I'm trying to knock everything out, in a little notebook. Here's a sample of one. Just let your light shine. Okay, that's my habits. I haven't got too far in this booklet, but that's not my habits, my hobbies. So that's a couple things I do. Every once in a while I do gaming, but it's mostly stuff like that and creating stuff on Canva. So, and next question is favorite. Thank you, Glenda. I thought about releasing, but I don't know if I will or not because it doesn't go with what I'm doing now. And YouTube is very picky. To say that the system, I can't say the word, but the system is very picky. I used to have, when I first started this channel, it was partially budgeting, but it was mostly planning and Bible journaling. And then I dropped the Bible journaling and went to planning and budgeting. And I had someone who no longer is on YouTube, but me and her got to go get together weekly or monthly on Zoom and go over analytics. And she really helped me pick out where my views is coming from, because I was still in the the time of trying to narrow down what they call the niche for YouTube. Well, I appreciate it, Samantha. Um, and so we went through that process together, and then I decided to go in budgeting, and then we narrowed it a little bit down. I said, well, there's not a lot of budgeters out there that is what I call low income, fixed income, don't really have much at the end. I call it low income because that's what a lot of people associate it with. But you don't have to be low income not to have a lot at the end of the month. Sometimes there's, no matter your income, there's a lot of people that don't have a lot at the end to be able to save a challenge. So I wanted to do something on that aspect, inspiring, say, hey, even though you may have $1 left, if you save $1 now, look what you can have within a year. Here's one thing to think about. If you save $1 a day, and really think about this, could you really afford to put $1 away every day? In a year's time, you would have $365, and that would be a great start to a backup or abundance fund. I know some people are kind of calling it abundance fund. Just take it by day, bargain budgets. Don't rush it. Just take it day by day. Yeah, April. When there ain't much after bills, we all, what I consider low income too. Especially in our situation, I'm the main income of the family. We're a family of 4. Now we are staying with my parents right now because she is going through her treatments, which I have good news for, not tomorrow, but next Friday will be her last treatment for radiation, and then she will be done with it all. So she gets to ring that bell again next Friday. For Christmas, she finished up her chemo, so she got to ring the bell. And so this time she gets to ring the bell again. And then by the grace of God, that would be it for her. So yes, love the ring of bell stories. Yes. So I haven't really mentioned too much about it here recently. I apologize, I haven't. But she does watch my videos, so I have to kind of watch what I say or I'll get sassed. So, which we know how mamas are. But she will, because when she first found out about it back in June, I started. Well, thank you, Virgin Budget. We appreciate all the prayers. Hello. I'm not going to try to say your name. Because I probably will butcher it left and right. So I'm not going to say it. But hello, welcome. I'm glad you can join us. We're just going over some questions I have had asked of me, and we're just going through them. I can't believe we've been here almost 40 minutes. I can see why people, when they do lives, how they say time goes by so fast. It really does. So when she, as of right now, if nothing happens, I will be able to get to go with Mom on her last day. So I'll see about if she'll allow me to post pictures of it on YouTube on the community tab about it. So next question. It does go by so fast when you're having fun. Too bad we couldn't have fun all the time. But laugh is what you make of it. Okay, so I've been trying to get back on track here. Favorite budgeting friendly meals or meals? Meal or meals? Um, Anything that you can do in bulk and you can have leftovers. Almost 2 years. That is awesome, Samantha. Um, our biggest go-to in this household, anyways, is spaghetti, and I can't say it right. So forgive me if I pronounce it. It's spaghetti. Ever since I was little, I can't never get it out correctly. I'm doing all right now, but I used to call it Getty because you can make a big pot of it and then save it for the next day and save some of the sauce, a little bit of it. So when you fix it next way, you just next day, you're able to put a little bit more on there and make it and warm it up in the microwave. So that's one good one. Anything next is ramen noodles. My girls, they love it. Sometimes we get a little adventurous when we put like fried eggs in them. I've been known to cut up vegetables and put it in ramen noodles. Um, right now, they're in love with the beef ramen noodles. Now I like. Don't shoot me if I say this. Is I like to get the chicken flavored ones. Get some barbecue sauce, sweet bubble rays, and what I do is I fix it normally, and I drain mine. I don't leave a lot of water in mine, and put the chicken season on it, and then I'll take that barbecue sauce and pour it in it. Then I'll take some cheese and melt it on top. I know it's not really healthy, but sometimes you gotta do what makes you full. Getty works. Now everybody's saying Getty. But I guess where the S and P is so close together, that's one of my not triggers, but one of the letters I can't really, when they're together, can't really pronounce it too well. So sometimes I did have speech therapy. Yeah. Oh, Samantha, yes, 366 this year. That's right. Because it is leap year. Okay, Bargain Budgets has got your email. So I'll send that to you soon. Let's see, what's another go-to? Um, Pizza. Now, not going out to Little Caesars. Used to $5 pizza was pretty good, but now here it's like $8 or $10 just for the one topping pizza. Everything since the vid. I don't say the full name because unfortunately we can't say it too much, or we get YouTube officials to get us. But and with everything going up, we always get the Pillsbury. Sometimes we get Pillsbury when but I normally get the off-brand too. Thin pizza crust. I don't like the thick pizza crust because it gets too thick. And just spread it out on a cookie sheet, not a round one, but spread it out on a cookie sheet. We always get two, and we just put whatever we want on it. Baby girl, she loves cheese pizza, and she's very picky about her food. When we get cheeseburgers, it has to be plain. If we get pizza, it has to be only cheese, or we will hear about it. When she gets mad, she gets mad. And what we would do before is Olive likes a little bit everything now, but she got for a while she only wanted pepperoni. So we fixed half cheese only for her, half of pepperoni, and then we done the other one for us. We put a little bit of everything on it. And we fixed enough where we was able to fix 2 meals with it. I think maybe I should do a video on it, just to give you an idea. And last time we done it, we was able to feed us 2 meals, I think, by $8, and that's pretty good nowadays to feed 4 people, $2 a piece. That's pretty good. Yeah. Consider everything. So not a lot of people would think about pizza being one of them, but depending on the now, if you can make your own pizza crust, that's even better. But I'm not that fancy. I'm not like Mary Love's Country Living, where she can make everything or make her bread and stuff. I'm not that fancy. Yes, got to keep that baby girl happy. Yes, we do. I call her baby girl because what her nickname is. Grilled cheese is another one. Good one. If you're not able to, here's another one when we're talking about pizza and grilled cheese, is you can take a loaf of bread and spread it out however many pieces you need per person. Take pizza sauce or biscotti sauce, whatever you have. Layer it first onto your white, we call it white bread, but bread. That's the country talking. And take just a regular slice of cheese. You don't have to use the shred unless you prefer. And heat it up in a microwave or oven for just a few seconds. Well, in the oven's a little bit more than a few seconds. But I used to do it just for me and stick it in the microwave for just a few seconds, enough to melt that cheese a little bit. And you got your own little mini pizza. April, I also work from home, so I completely understand about the grilled cheese. We try to... Yes. Try to make it more than one meal. Soup is another one that's good for doing that, making it stretch. Chili is a good one if you like chili. Now, depending where you're from, some chili is hotter than other ones, more spicy. I can't do spicy, folks. I can't. Mild sometimes is too spicy for this girl. Hey, Donna. You know, I never thought about doing pepperoni grilled cheese. That would be good too. See, we're coming up with some good ideas here. So there is ways to make cheaper. If you don't have white bread, if you have biscuits, the canned biscuits, you can actually cut them in half, crescent rolls, cut them in half, and you can make pizzas that way. Also, now I'll do the bacon, but I don't need to do the tomatoes. Chili or pinto beans and cornbread. Now I'll do the chili and the cornbread, but not the pinto beans either. There's a reason why. When we was growing up, both my grandfathers. Hello, Donna. I think I already said hello to you again, but that's okay. Grew gardens, and so we always had fresh tomatoes fresh cucumbers, which is still my favorite. Put a little salt on it, and there's a meal for me. Green beans, pinto beans, half runners, which is top of a green bean. We always had that stuff around growing up, and I think we had so much of certain things growing up, like fresh tomatoes. I just got tired of it. Who's here seen the movie Green Fried Green Tomatoes? That's an older one. Mom, there's baby girl now. Something's funny. Mom, I get tickled at my parents. They try to fix tomatoes every year. Dad has to do 2 sets, one from him and one for her, because Mom likes the green fried tomatoes. So, and he tells her which one's her plants and which one's is his, so she won't touch his when they turn green. Make my chili beans with dry pinto beans, ground turkey instead of hamburger. Yes, it is cheaper. Ground turkey is a good option, and it's cheaper. But here's the secret on that. Don't tell anybody that it's not the real stuff. They won't. You can tell some things, but when you're mixing into like chili or soup, they really can't tell it because the flavors of it is mixed in. Now, some of you may argue with me about that. Yes, you may say, yes, you still can taste it, but it's a mindset. If you don't tell them that it's turkey, they won't ever do it. I actually had my first turkey cheeseburgers last year, and I knew it something off of it. My husband didn't tell me what it was, and he was one that likes to cook lots of time. I'm the more of the dessert person. I used to cake decorate as a living for some major groceries. Hi, Mary. We was just talking about you just a few moments ago. Was your ears burning? I said, "What as fancy as you are with making my own bread." So I love to bake, and it is funny that she came on. Hi, Misha. How are you? I'm glad you can make it. Now I lost where was that? I was talking about turkey. So we tried. The reason I could tell something's a little bit different because it had a different spice to it, and so I said, "That's pretty good, but that's not cheese hamburger meat, is it?" He said, "No, it's turkey." And I couldn't say it out loud because if baby girl heard that it wasn't real hamburger meat, she would throw a fit. I didn't want that for nachos, and my daughter couldn't tell the difference. Yes, if you don't tell them that it's not the real stuff, they won't never notice. She's like Beetlejuice. Oh, goodness. Say it too many times she comes on. uh, okay, Mary, we've picked a new name for you. I like to use ground turkey or ground chicken with taco season. Now, another good thing with making tacos, Olive doesn't like hamburger meat in her tacos. She is my chicken girl. And since she's the only one that eats chicken with her tacos when we make them at home, I get the canned chicken, or sometimes we buy the big pack of the frozen chicken and grab one or two out of there and defrost it, fix it that way for her. Yes, we love Mary. You guys keep Mary in your prayers. and thoughts. She's going through a lot right now. Just keep her in your prayers and thoughts. Um, so, yeah. My mind just went blank. I'm telling you. Oh, goodness. Almost an hour. Okay. We got a few more questions here, so we'll try to get through it. If we don't get through it tonight, what we'll do is, hang on, just a second. I gotta make my little text. Okay, there we go. Just a second. I'm still here. Just a second. Okay, sorry. Just in case you didn't know, I mentioned in the beginning, I had to text my husband, let him know that the game was about over, so he can go pick up Olive. So he should be about there now. um, so the next question is, did you need a lot of equipment and supplies to start your Etsy shop? I'm definitely sorry to hear about that, Mary, but you got every one of you are in my prayers. Um, just a second. uh, I gotta make one more text. I'm sorry. Mom life, right? Hashtag mom life. Okay, now we got that taken care of. um, so to answer the question about what supplies to start my Etsy shop, um, the the only thing, well, when I first started my Etsy shop, I wasn't doing any physical items. I waited a little bit to start it off. It was mostly digital, so the only thing that really had to have, and also I didn't really have to have it when I started, was Canva paying for the monthly. But with me doing so much with YouTube and stuff at that time, to give it more options, I decided to just go ahead and start paying for Canva. I already had the printer, and then I think it was a few months after I got that going just to see how it was going to go, because I really didn't know if anybody would buy them, honestly. I think that's everybody's thoughts when they start a Etsy shop. Is anybody going to purchase anything? Is my stuff good enough? And once I got that going pretty good, then I found some laminate on one of the Prime days, pretty cheap. So I purchased it, and I purchased a laminator. And that laminator done me. It was an off brand. It was Pen and Gear from Walmart. I think that's the brand. Um, it done pretty good. Now let me tell you something. If you start making envelopes with it, be very careful, because it can get caught. And it might end up getting caught, because I was trying that out, because I am working on a project, and I'm not too sure when I'm going to release it, because I'm trying to look at overall the cost is I'm going to be creating a budget binder, and it is going to be low income items, and I'm trying to look to see which option I can do it at the cheapest price to give everyone a chance to purchase it. And then once I get it set, some budgeters will receive it free as because you got when you start an Etsy shop, you also have to do your own advertisement. Yes, Etsy does some, but when you're not, um, what is it, 3 star or 5 star? What is it? Star seller. Your product really doesn't get pushed out as much. Now, luckily, I am a star uh, shop owner. I've been that way for a couple months now. So you have to do your own advertisement. If you do start your own Etsy shop, let us budgeters know because like Mary, she's always up to, we're all up, I'm sure April is, and all up to receiving what we call Happy Meal. Send it to us. We're your biggest advertisement. If you have your YouTube channel, that's your biggest advertisement. Instagram, that's another one. Facebook, um, I don't do Facebook, but I've heard other ones doing Facebook and they do pretty good on it. So you have to be willing to advertise your stuff, and sending it out to budgeters really gets your product out there, especially if they're in your income level where they're able to do your challenges. So that's a tip. And if you do uh, set one up, please feel free to email me and let me know. My mailing address is always linked down below. The P.O. box is the one that we had ever since I started channel. I started my channel. I don't have a P.O. box here yet. It's a whole different ball game here. There, it's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. You only have to have 2 pieces of ID. Here, you have to have your 2 pieces of ID. You have to have something in your name, like renter's agreement, or car insurance in your name with the address and something else. And I said, hey, it ain't worth all that hassle. Y'all can just send it to the other one. But if you buy something and I send you something in the mail, my mailing address here will be listed on that. It's not a P.O. box, it's a physical. So I don't put it on YouTube unless somebody emails me, and then I'll send it to them that way. But either way, I'll get it. No worry. But be sure to reach out to me, and I'll be more welcome. I know Samantha, she did send me some things. I haven't started it yet, but I will here soon, Samantha. Hey, girlie, Miss Martin Homestead. um, Janet, that's her name. Thank you, Mary. I was trying to think of her name. I am not good with names, so if I don't tell you the right name, please, please ignore me. And favorite holiday? Well, I really don't have one. I love them all, actually. Especially now, I think when you get older, you're just thankful to, because I'm 42, and I'm just thankful that we're all here, um, for the holidays and stuff. Anything that involves eating. Okay, And don't let those dogs walk you too hard. Homemade apple turkey meatballs. I'm not too much on meatballs, but I'll have to find me a recipe for that and try it out. We'll try it out with my husband. He loves meatballs. Um, but the biggest one that I like to focus on is Christmas. Um, but I'm trying to get out of the habit of wanting to do the biggest thing for everyone for Christmas, because I've been trying to reel it in. It's like, yes, you want to give everybody everything they want, but you have to remember we're on budget. And that's the biggest thing during holidays, is not to go overboard. But we did get a very special surprise for Valentine's. I haven't put up the video yet of it, but my husband's best friend purchased a motel room for us in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So Friday evening, we went down Friday night and came back Saturday. And and he put it where it was non-refundable because he knows us. Because we tried to talk ourselves out, and he said, "No, you're all going because I'm not putting on I paid for it and you're not going." But I have to say, we done good. We only spent $100 the whole time. And if you've ever been to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, that's where Dollywood is. We didn't go to Dollywood because it was the off season and they're closed until I think March, beginning of March. I'm not sure. Anyone here from Tennessee that can tell you when that happens. Yes, it was very sweet of them to do that for us. And so on the way down there, we got down there, and that night we just had McDonald's, and McDonald's was out there beside of the motel, so he could walk and get it. And if you ever eat at McDonald's or any of these restaurants, check to see if they have apps. Those apps will save you money because you can get better deals. We had enough bonuses built up to where he got me a free frappe that night. You do have to find room for all this stuff you buy kids. Yes. Now, when they was younger, we would buy a lot for them, and lots of times, you know what they ended up playing with was the boxes, not the actual toys. So you know that's something to think about. And then the next morning, we got up. The only big spend we spent was at Golden Corral, and that was $30, no, $26 for both of us that morning, because our motel didn't offer free breakfast, which is okay. We don't hardly eat free breakfast anyways at motels, but that was the only big star. And then we went to what they call the island, and if you've been down there, it's a big wheel, first wheel. And every time we go, my husband asks me, "We're going to go up in there? We're going to go up in there?" We never go because, one, we don't want to pay the fee to get it to go, and two, both of us are afraid of heights. Him more worse than me. So we went there, and it's a really pretty place. It is. They have a big fountain, and every day it plays to music. Mary may know of the store, and Some of you other ones may know it. Who remembers Emery's 5 and dime stores? Who remembers those? I do, because there was still one here where I lived when growing up, where everything, well, it wasn't 5 and dime. Now, it ain't 5 and dime now. But everything inside was 5 cents or a dime. Does anybody remember those? Cave's Close, yes. I love Cave's Close. They actually, I think, was closed down, I think, because they recently had some flooding or something that happened. The Sterling Farm, yes. They actually had one there. And I did take some pictures of it inside. It has some, like, nowadays toys, but then they had, like, the paper dolls, and they had the older candies, like, who remembers the little packs of candy cigarettes that light up? They had those. I didn't get anything, but and so we went in here, and then we went to the popcorn store. We found some pretty funny names of sodas, which will be in that little video. And then we went. Where else did we go in there? I think that was about it. And then it was starting to rain that day. Saturday it started raining, so we started leaving and heading back to town. But we had a good night away. And I was surprised that we got away with just $100, and that includes gas. Yes, they want to play with the. He turned 1 on December 20th. Babe girl is a December baby. So we always try to make sure we split Christmas and her birthday part if we could. But it was very hard to find birthday wrapping during that time. Okay, so I think, we got one more question, and then I got a question for you guys, and then we'll probably wrap it up here. I recently, if you haven't seen it, I finished the 24 and the 2024 challenge. And I was asked, will I be doing it again? Because this person said that they would, because they're about done themselves. Honestly, I hadn't thought about it, but it would be kind of cool to see how many times we can finish that within the year. So I haven't added it yet. I'll probably wait until beginning of March to add it back. And this time we'll do the A5 size, because when you purchase it from my Etsy shop, you get the full sheet. One, you get A5 size, A6. Now my A5 is not the traditional A5 size. It's 7 inches by 4 inches, because I don't like fighting with those zipper ends. When you pull a challenge out, a lot of times they'll catch on that zipper, so I made mine small enough so when you pull it out of the envelope, it don't get caught. So that's the reason mine's a little bit smaller. You don't fill up the whole page. And then we got an A6. So we may just keep going with that and just switch them out to the different sizes. So that is one thing we'll add. So I have a question for you guys. I had a request, and you may or may not already seen this video. I think most of you have. I know at least 2 or 3 of you have, because I remember seeing your comments on it. Is I did a okay, I'm not going to say it because I can't say it right now. About how to create a opening intro for your channel. My question to you guys, what other tutorials, I'm not going out, would you like for me to do? Whether it's making dashboards, making savings challenges, anything about YouTube that I do on my channel, like thumbnails, anything like that. What would you guys like me to show you how to do on Canva? Are we still on? Hi, Rebecca. Well, I'm glad that you like it. Envelopes, okay. Do you like the style I do, where it's like Donna from Donna Creativity, where you fold them in half and put tape on the side? Or do you like, let's see, I think I have one from here from Amanda's Budget in here, I think. I can show you. So if you like the foldable kind, put a 1 in the comments chat. Or if you like, if I can find it. Well, apparently I don't. Yeah, there was back here. I got too much stuff in here. I think it's on back of her challenge. It is. Or do you like, if you like this style, where it folds in here and you just tape it, put a 2. We can actually do, yours are the perfect size. Thank you. Okay. Challenges, thumbnails. Okay. Let me write a. Okay, so we're all in agreement. One side do. Okay. My envelopes. And challenges. Thumbnails. Thumbnails is actually pretty easy. Easier than what you may think. With thumbnails, especially Samantha, when you're starting out, whatever style you start, you need to kind of make sure that you keep it throughout. Because if you go and look at mine's got that orange and with white letters. If you keep it the same style each time, it helps people to recognize that is your video. Like Donna created by TVs, you can look at hers. See, I'm trying to think of these other big, well, I won't say big, but other budgeters. But when you check out somebody's, you're down for it all. Glenna said it. I started something, and that I need to keep it up. Okay, they're just leaving the ball game now, so they'll be here about an hour. Okay, good. Meeting up, like doing a live together, or doing like a collab. Monty. Well, if we can do it in person. Well, anyone, I don't have I think it's StreamYard is what a lot of people use. I don't have it. I'll have to look into it. I know Donna I can't never say her name. But everybody knows Donna, I hope. And Chris from Budget Budgeting Just Because. Yeah. They use StreamYard, and it's easier to bring in other budgeters in. But I will definitely will look into doing StreamYard. And some of these, like the challenges, we might do a live together, and then whatever I create or what we create, you guys can give me ideas of what to put in them. We'll put it on a Google Drive, and that way you can download it afterwards. We might do something like that. If you hear a little ring, that's the ring. My brother just went out to work. Oh, meeting in person. Well, I I know there's one person that is in Kentucky, and that's Donna. The real what's her channel? There's not too many of us in Kentucky, but if someone lives close and would love, we need to do a budgeting conference. But we have to do something where it's everybody's budget. Because flying and stuff can get expensive. So I'll look into stream, but anybody local, honestly, I don't travel much. I do travel sometimes to Tennessee. We go up into Ohio. Sometimes we like to go IKEA up there. And then we go into Virginia, because where I'm at, I can be in Virginia, Tennessee by an hour and a half. I know Kim over at I can't remember her name. See, I'm not good with names, y'all. But Kimberly, she's doing a cruise, budgeting cruise for 2025 or 26, I think. Your sister's in Knoxville is about, depending on traffic, about an hour away from where I'm at. This depends on traffic going up Jericho Mountain. Those who are not familiar with that area, Jericho Mountain is a big, huge mountain, and they don't have enough. First of all, they don't have enough lanes going up the hill, and there's a lot of 18-wheelers going up, and lots of times they hog the lanes because they have to take a big run up these hills anyways. So if the truck in front of them is going slower, they have to get up over so they can go faster. So keep up their speed. So it really depends on how far it takes to get over into get up the hill. Either way you go, coming in into Kentucky or going out. Right now we're about an hour away from Knoxville, depending on traffic wise. Well, then you're now. I did used to travel into North Carolina, going over to. I used to do another hobby. I used to do is I used to work on family genealogy. I found out that on one of my sides of the family, my fifth great grandfather, I am by Greenville. I'm not sure where Greenville is, but I'm sure my husband does. He's a big mountain person. He can tell you anything. In Georgia, I've been in down in Georgia. We went over into North Carolina. We went up Grandfather Hill. That's one that posts Grandfather Mountain. Sorry, it's hill to me, but it's mountain. Well, that's a good start, Samantha. What cruise? I get motion sickness, so I don't know if I could do a cruise or not. All things Kimberly. That's who it was. Thank you, April. I couldn't remember her name, but she's organizing our cruise. Michigan, I can be. Was it last summer? We went up to. I don't know if you're close to Lake Erie, Misha, but we went up to Lake Erie. Me and my husband did. That was about an 8-hour drive from where we're at. I get now my parents, they have been on a cruise, and both of them got motion sickness, so they tell you to keep a full stomach to help you on the cruise. But they actually got to go on a boat that the bottom was see-through. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. You're in the middle of the state. I'm not sure. I can't remember how far up Lake Erie was. And then we took the ferry. Had those wristbands handy. Let's go be roomies, Mary. Just keep a bucket next to the bed. When my parents went on their cruise, now this was back in the 90s. I don't know. I'm sure they changed by now. But they had beds, twin beds, and one was facing this way, one facing this way. And depending how the boat rocked is how you would rock in that bed. And they about fell out of the bed a couple of times. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Misha. You make sure you let us know how that goes. Just a second. Okay. This is what my husband got me for Valentine's Day. Isn't that cute? No, it's not a Stanley Cup. I'm not. Been on a whale watching cruise before in Hawaii. I had a cousin that was in the military, and she was stationed in the members already heard the story because it was part of our life. So sorry, members. She was stationed in Hawaii, and she was there about 6 to 7 months, and then they sent her to Alaska. Talking about shock. And she said it because she went to extreme hot to extreme cold. So it took her forever to get used to it. And then when she did, they shipped her back out. But Hawaii is one of the places I will love someday to get to go to. It's Hawaii. Maybe one of these days. As the saying goes, if the rich uncle gets out of the poorhouse. That's an old one. I don't know if anybody's heard that one. Yep. Okay. I think we're getting ready to wrap it up. Is there any last questions anybody has? Before we drop off? Because we've been at it an hour and a half here. I plan on doing more lives, both in the membership and here too. So it was a great live. Not too shabby for the first one I actually put public. The very first one I did, we went in public. Yes, thank you, Mary. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. Yes. Who's your favorite budgeter if you want to stream? I'm not going to answer that. Because I love everybody I watch. I don't know who I would pick as a favorite, honestly. Well, I'm glad you got to enjoy me too. Me? Mary? She's uh, me and Mary does chat occasionally. And then sometimes we go a little while, but every once in a while we have. I had a check on her Happy Meal that I sent her because it kept saying it was delivered, but she said I hadn't received it yet. I thought I was going to have to call you at the postal service and get after them, but we found it. Have a good night, Monty, and I'll get those items sent to you. Yes, well, I'll try to catch Donna's live stream. I don't always. Lots of times I kept missing it, and I was wondering why. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I had to make sure that bell says all." Because if you don't get notified. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. It was a good start, and we'll see about having some more of these. I don't know if it'll be on Thursday nights or not every time, but the reason I done it tonight is because we have doctor's appointments and stuff with baby girl tomorrow. So thank you again for being here. I got to do my closing. So remember, every dime counts, and hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you, Deborah. Good night, Misha. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. And we'll see y'all. Try to get some sleep, Mary, if you're still here. Bless her heart, she ain't been sleeping too well. I'm right. Okay, we're good then. Okay. With this, so, and if you need anything, be sure to reach out to me, Mary, or any of you. If you need anything, be sure to reach me out on Instagram, Facebook, not Facebook, here, or Etsy, or email. And I promise I'm saying goodbye now. And if you'd like to check out more videos like this, check out the ones popping up right down. That was for the ones that are watching the replay. Bye, guys. Have a good one. And be sure to check out tomorrow's video. It'll be posted 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye. Yes, I want to end. Thank you.